Mm. So the idea could be to build a hybrid manufacturing system with the integration of optics and of sensors. Why not? You can make it personalized like you do it at the moment, still the same thing. Topology optimized, so that it's shape-wise, the shape, hollow where it needs to be. And you can integrate tailored optics or sensors, whatever. And at high speed would be the same fashion. And that could be a new manufacturing area. And I have a movie, if it works, where you can see that all these platforms are moving underneath the print head, and you can still see that there are 3 different parts being made. And that is the big trick here. You see different materials, 2 materials in this case, can be more if you have more print heads or more stations. And there are different products. We have this system in Eindhoven. Eindhoven is Philips' company, and people go, well, that's how we made lamps 50 years ago. Yes, but all those lamps were identical. And these parts can all be individual, personalized, tailor-made. That's the whole game changer, I would say. So that was so far on hybrid manufacturing systems. Something on the standardization roadmap. Standardization was already addressed. Standardization is not in place for the fully 100% at the moment for additive manufacturing, and that is a hampering progress. Okay, there was one project, the CESAM project was mentioned before, which had as a goal to create a roadmap for AM standardization. It was run for 1.5 years, and with a lot of stakeholders involved, and together with that we drafted a roadmap. Some copies are outside here, you can download it as well. So the idea was, what are the priorities with respect to standardization for AM to make it industrially available and applicable? Because in modern industry, all processes are well controlled, quality label, and if you have one technology, one step there which is not quality approved, you just cannot use it officially. Unofficially, we don't talk about unofficial things. That's the idea. So what is the aim of standardization? Of course, to improve quality of products, processes and services, to have economic use of materials, energy and human resources. It is described, it is pre-described, same thing all the time. It improves communication. Are we talking about additive manufacturing or 3D printing? Just as a logical thing. There are much more complicated things as well. Support to industrial trade, international trade. If there's no standard, every country, every continent will have its own rules, which is not in favor of the European market. And industrial efficiency. We're all using the same parts. So that's why you need standardization. Yeah? So just to wrap it up, you can pick up the report if you're interested. What were the conclusions of the stakeholders? We had about 20 stakeholders, partners in the project from industry, large and small. RTDs, but also standardization institutes like NEN and French groups. And we all had made interviews, and we got 102 back, not the Dalmatians, but 102 responses back, people to say, okay, are you using standardization? For what? If so, what do you need? So we had a clear view and responses from these 102 people. And they showed that there's an urgent need for international accepted standards, for obvious reasons we just saw before. They should best be globally and internationally accepted, so not just Dutch standards which stop for holding on the Belgian border. A quality system, material and part qualification needs to be put in place. What needs to be done there? And in this report you saw it is clearly described which topics and which headings of standards need to be drafted. Reliability of machines and processes is still an issue there. It's a new technology which is still improving, and still things like machine control is an issue there. So that needs to be put under control. Customer needs and requirements are the main drivers. Why do we need standardization at all? In the end, it's the customer needs. He wants a safe product. He wants to be sure. And it is, of course, supporting market opportunities, standardization. So the roadmap we drafted was a roadmap for standardization. You can see it here, the dates with the priority, and here the topics. Which has different categories: process stability and productivity, material standards, productivity and other things. For instance, how to read this table. We identified that titanium grade 1 had the highest priority to get a standard in place. Why? That's aerospace and medical material. Yeah? So higher than, for instance, gold and bronze jewelry. It's a lower priority. Still within a reachable area. Peak ceramics. Here you can see the mechanical properties. Geometry is still an issue. Tensile strength, size, length, and angle. Whereas appearance, aging, surface texture, of course it's of importance, but late in time. Yeah. I'll run through. You can download it. You have it in the roadmap. The strategic research agenda. Similar thing, but then about what needs to be done on the RTD point of view. What is important? What do several sectors see? The purpose of the document is to promote AM and 3D printing on the European stage. Of course, this whole hype has helped us very much, even if they're home printers. Why not? Highlight the advantages of AM. You should not build everything with AM. You should build the right things with AM. Set out recommendations for future development to enable mass exploitation. What are the requirements there? And add a time scale to it, similarly like the roadmap we saw before. Which things come first? Yeah? And assure that it is highly on the agenda in the EC at several levels. Well, that's why I'm here probably. Industry focus. So we have, for all these sectors, indicated what are the requirements, what are the typical products, which products need to be made with AM, which products not, and what are the typical things to be done. For all these sectors, so you can read it through. Here again the challenging pictures. Yeah. Some recommendations. Quality, again, quality assurance, inline inspection is very important. Higher speed at lower cost, still an expensive part. Expensive parts can be made by AM, the non-expensive parts not yet. And some of them will never get there, but some might benefit from it. Higher speed. Hybrid machines is indicated there, AM and conventionally combined to get best of both. Design optimization, of course, that is topology and lightweighting. Standardization, and you see all of these initiatives working on getting these standards in place. So groups working all over the world. I would say it's about 90 or 100, always the same people, but that's the worldwide expert. And surprisingly, they are working together. I was surprised that Europe and ASTM and America did not, on other new technologies, cooperate. Anyway, someone has to be the first. And also, very important, the supply chain and procurement is quite different from standard manufacturing technology. And some projects do address this, but this definitely has not to be forgotten, because if you have an installed base, all conventional machines talking together, logistics, and there you come with your 3D printer. Does not fit, will never be used. How to deal with that? Yeah? So again, a roadmap for technical AM development. You can read all the topics with respect to time, materials again, processes, productivity, and some other things. Low, medium, high risk, I would like to read you the technical ones, the societal and environmental economical ones, standards, again here, engage with ISO 10 ASTM working groups, productivity, you can again read it with respect to time. So a real roadmap to show and to indicate from the stakeholders' point of view what needs to be done there. The platform itself, by the way, has about 400 members, individual members, which discuss about that. So, to summarize, the strategic research agenda maps the way forward for Europe, promoting AM and showing the coordination. Time scales are key, of course. Standardization is necessary, was identified as well. So we would say that AM combined with conventional technologies is a nice way to make integrated products, these products with intelligence on board. Standardization is an enabler for industrial use. If it's not there, it cannot be used industrially. Yeah? And industry is serious about AM. We saw some logos already there, like Siemens, etc. They're typically not on the top of the hype cycle. And if you look on modern versions of the hype cycle, you see that on this way up again, you see industrial printing already, but that's for the people really diving in this table. I would like to leave it for here, so contact. This is the media hype as you can see it, and the logo, I have one as well. That was it, yeah.